I am doing some medium box braids, and there are so many gems that I can give you from this video alone. So I'm just gonna drop that. This is gonna be a full-length video from beginning to end, and I have a lot of information to give. I'm gonna give info on parting tips and how to make the braids flat, how to accommodate the client, how to customize the braid, and how I customize this particular braid service, being that my client has thinning hair in a few areas and she needs a modification so that she can wear her braids just a little bit longer. All right, so this first part is going to be a simple tutorial on how to do a knotless braid. If you can plait, then you can knotless braid. So just think plaiting and we will get started. You're gonna part in 3 sections. The first, top right, the left, and then the bottom. That's gonna be your 3 sections. Top right, left, and then bottom. Left. And then you're gonna start a rotation of a plait. You wanna hold it tight to the, close to the root. Insert a piece and continue your rotation. We're gonna do that again. You're gonna hold it close to the root. Keep close to the root so that you can keep it flat and you will not be pulling your client's hair. You're gonna add small pieces and keep coming down. If you feel a tug, you need to loosen that knot out and keep going so you will not be tugging on your client's hair. Let's start again. You're gonna have your top right piece, your side piece, and your bottom left. You're gonna start with your top right, get your side, and then we're gonna start a plait holding taut to the head, but pulling securely across the strands. Add a piece and rotate. Stop with the hair in your left hand. Add another piece and rotate. Left hand, add a piece, rotate. Add a piece, rotate. And because how I'm adding the piece, it's already automatically on the right side, so I can just keep braiding. I just don't want to hold the braiding hair too tightly. I want to be holding her real hair tightly. So this is start to finish, back to front. That's how I braid, and I'm going to show you how I do this. It helps with time management and symmetry. So I've done the first 3 braids. I did a middle part, and then I did another half part to make sure that they're symmetrical. Just keep braiding. We're going to do that tutorial again, the thirds. We're going to start that plait. It's going to be in your left hand. You're going to add a piece of hair with your right hand and finish your rotation for your plait. Add another piece of hair with your right hand. Finish that rotation with your plait. You're going to add a piece of hair on every rotation until it's at the thickness that you want. Make sure that the hair is close to the scalp so that we can make sure that it's tight and flat so that these braids can last. All right. The angle is really bad. That's why I gave you this other knotless braid angle to do the tutorial. This is on a smaller scale, but we're doing the same thing, adding small pieces and continue to plait. Hold with your left, add with your right, flat. Keep the hair close to the scalp so that you won't get any drag. Also, I don't add a lot of gel on the hair so that it can still be holding securely. The gel is just to add a little bit of smoothness. Turn it over, continue to braid. As I'm braiding, there's a slight rotation in my index finger and my thumb just to keep that hair underneath her real hair anyway. Make sure you take time to make sure that your braids sections are symmetrical so that you can have a seamless zipper braid.
Lights out of sight, long weave sold in, say it again, sold in, make that money.
Notice on the side that there is like a stair step kind of going up. That is so that I can braid from back to front and still have a guide for when I want to do my parting for the front of the hair once I get to that section. Another middle part with that braid at the bottom of the part as a guide. And I'm just calculating how many braids I think can go in a section, and I'm making sure that those are symmetrical. Continue to do that braiding. Notice how I'm using my clip to part the hair. This helps to save time so that I don't have to keep picking up my comb. Even though in this video I'm picking up my comb just to ensure the smoothness so that you guys can really see how this kind of works and it helps you for your smoothness.
Booty bouncing, going.
There is a very slight rotation in my fingers just to keep those her real hair tucked in and smooth. I'm going to add a small amount of gel and allow the braiding to move the gel Now we're getting closer to her thinnest area. So I'm going to make sure that her parts are covering very nicely, but with the right weight, which I calculated for earlier in the video. I calculated the weight of these braids for her parting that she needs at the top and around her edges. So we shouldn't have to worry about this at this point. Everything should be symmetrical. But you see the stair step, that is a guide for when I'm working on the front. Notice that it's getting gradually thinner. But I don't have to adjust my size of braids because I've already accommodated for that.
Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Long weave sold in, say it again, sold in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, gon' ahead. Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina, always beaming, rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Long weave sold in, say it again, sold in, make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, gon' ahead. Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina,
that is being created because of everything being the same. That looks so nice, and it really elevates your braid game. It gets a lot of compliments and a lot of inquiries on who braided your hair. So these are some really good tips to kind of elevate your braid game, take it to the next level. These braids are really good for professionals and people who are in front of people all day. So they are seen a lot and looked at as a professional style.
Slow lights out of sight. Long way, so in. Say it again, so in. Make that money, throw it in. Booty bouncing, go ahead.
So on the side, I told you earlier that she has some issues with her edges that we need to accommodate for. So I'm about to customize these edges so that she gets to wear her braids and also protect her hair. I have been on a hiatus, so I haven't been with my clients for a while, and I haven't seen her and done her hair in over a year. So there are some things, some complaints that she has about her hair over that amount of time, and I've been addressing them the whole video and giving her what she needs to get her hair back to where she wants to, or see what we can do about getting her hair back to where she's trying to get it. So right here, I'm doing a cornrow because her edges are kind of pushed back. I need to do a cornrow to make sure that everything is symmetrical and stays even. I'm having to do this cornrow also because her hair is really thin. It's not going to support an individual braid if I were to divide that in two. So I'm just braiding it together and doing a feed in. And I'll do it again up close to the top, and I'll show you what that is like at the top so you can see it better. On this section, I'm just doing regular box braids. Notice that I'm starting the part from back to front because since I started in the back, I need to part from the back in order to follow the guide that I set up for myself so that all her braids can fall the way they're supposed to fall. But on this section, we're going to do another cornrow up toward the front, and I will zoom in so that you can really see that. Oh, it's a feeding.
Long way, so in. Say it again, so in. Make that money, throw it in. Booty bouncing, don't eat. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina, always beaming. Rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Long way, so in. Say it again, so in. Make that money, throw it in. Booty bouncing, don't eat. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, Blue Medina, always beaming. Rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights out of sight. Long way, so in. Say it again, so in. Make that money, throw it in. Booty bouncing, don't eat.
a feed in towards the back. Same technique that I've been using to do the knotless braids. We're just doing it on a cornrow, which makes it a feed in. If you're still watching, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you watching. Maybe subscribe to the video. If you would like to see more videos like this, comment a Y in the comments. And if you have any questions or any video suggestions, please leave those in the comment box below, and I will be sure to do those videos for you guys. Alright, we're finishing up. This is a really thin section at the top of her hair, so I'm making sure that I'm being very careful, making sure that she's comfortable and that I'm not pulling her hair at all. I just follow the braid down to the end. I do not pull or put any tension on the hair downward. I'm putting the tension across, making sure that the hair is tied. Right here, I did not add the last piece of hair, so I'm backtracking all the way up to the last piece of hair that I did add, and I'm gonna try to start over so that I won't have to restart. But if I do have to restart, I do. But this time I did not have to restart, and I just kept braiding.
Money throw it in, booty bouncing, don't eat. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming. Rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights, out of sight. Long weave, so in, say it again, so in. Make that money, throw it in, booty bouncing, don't eat. Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, blue Medina, always beaming. Rag top, chrome pipes, blue lights, out of sight. Long weave, so in.
Look at the pattern on the back of her head. I just love this. This is very elegant and elevated, so it will definitely take your box braids to the next level, also allowing them to last longer while giving your client a little bit of hair care. So you want to make sure that you're parting for the size of her base that can support the box braid that you're putting in. So be mindful of that the whole time, especially when you're dealing with someone with thin hair or fine hair. You want to be mindful of your braiding box, the base of the hair, and the portions. But I calculated for that in the beginning so that we won't have to think about that right now. On this row, I'm needing to make 5 braids. So I parted for 3 braids on one side and 2 on the other for symmetry. Again, look at the base of these braids. This is so nice and beautiful. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope it was able to help you take your braids to the next level. I can do a beginner video if you need that, so just let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is the conclusion of the video. She really liked her hair. I don't take pictures, so I didn't really get any pictures of this, but I will try to get better with that and put those in the videos as well.